morning, Capri class. How are you guys doing? Good, good. Hopefully, well, you guys are here today at Leucadia Wastewater District. My name is Hugo. My teammate here is Mauricio, and we're going to show you a little bit of the equipment that we use here at Leucadia on a daily basis. And just hopefully you guys learned something today. I did hear your teacher talking about, where that water goes every time you wash your hands. You've used the toilet, you take a shower, or, your mom's doing the laundry or washing the dishes. Think about where that goes, because a lot of people, don't even think where that water is going once it goes down the drain. So we kind of want to tell you a little bit about that. Once it goes down the drain, it goes down into the pipes, and it goes below ground onto the street into a bigger pipe, which is about 8 inches. And that's where we take over. And, we try to take care of those pipes. So we want to show you some equipment that we use, so we can check those pipes, clean those pipes, and just do what we need to do to make sure that that water stays below ground and doesn't come up out on the street, because that could be bad for our health and bad for the environment. So the first truck I want to show you, this is the CCTV truck. This is a camera truck also. And, we can do inspections with this camera. This is called the actual crawler. So we can do all kinds of functions with this camera. We can go forward in the pipe. We can go back. We can turn in the pipe. Whatever we need to do. We can take pictures with this camera. We can take video.
Ooh.
We can lift up the camera also. It's basically a robot that we throw down inside the pipe. That way we can see if there's any breaks in the pipe, any cracks, any debris. We've seen rocks, we've seen sand, we've seen dirt, we've seen toys, balls, jewelry, you name it, we've seen it in the pipes. And that's what we don't want, because all those things can create blockages. I'm going to take you guys into the control center and just show you what we do in here. This is basically where we control the camera, and we can do videos, we can do photos, we can write up a report and send it to my supervisor, if in case there's a damaged pipe or there's breaks in the pipe. That way we know where all the damage is at, and then we go out and fix it. So let me show you a little bit inside in here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, see.
Okay, so this is basically our screens that we work on. We have two computer monitors here. We have a keyboard, a mouse, and everything. Here is a little video from one of our inspections that we did. I can kind of show you what's going on. That's what it looks like inside the pipe. That's the camera inside the pipe. So we just basically put all the information telling us where this pipe is at, how long the pipe is at, and this is the camera traveling right now, going down the pipe.
Which one is going to? Where did they go? We should go with Miss Ling, wherever she is. I don't know where she is. Or where Castillejos is.
So this is what we want to see in the pipe. Make sure that water level is nice and low and the water's flowing down the pipe.
You see the water? It's like right here.
The water's down here at the bottom. So basically, guys, this is our control center. This is where we spend the majority of the time, just doing reports for our work on a daily basis. And this truck goes out every single day.
Oh, give it a minute.
Walking towards the back. This is where we keep our tools. This is where we can modify the camera if we need to make it bigger, if we need to make it taller, depending on the size of the pipe. This is where we work on it. We have a bunch of tools all around here, and basically, yeah, this is the work center. This is the cable that we use on the camera. It's attached to the camera. and there's about 1,500 feet of cable that we can run on that camera.
Right there. And look at that, it connects right to that robot with the camera, and that's how we see the pipes.
Once again, this camera is used to travel through the pipe to see the condition of the pipe.
Okay. Okay. You see how he's moving it? It goes back and forth.
You guys have any questions for me?
Okay, ready? Now we can take questions. Sadie?
Could you show us where the pipes are?
Can you show us where the pipes are? What else?
Can I show you where the pipes are? Well, the pipes are underground. If you go out out on the street, you will not see them because they're under the ground. But that video that I showed you inside, that was a video of the camera inside the pipe. That's what the pipe looks like.
That was interesting.
Good question.
Okay, so the follow-up question was, and then how do you go into those pipes to fix it?
So there is what we call manholes up on the street, and that's an access. That's an access that we can go. We necessarily don't go into those manholes because it's very dangerous. But that's where we would, access those pipes from those manholes up above, and you'll see them out on the street. You'll see them when you're driving around or riding your bike or skateboarding or whatever it may be. Good question.
Okay, Daxton, another question?
Where does the water go after in the pipes?
Where does the water go after it goes through the pipes? That's a very good question.
That's a very good question. So the water goes down. We have about 200 miles of pipe. So our job is to make sure that that water stays in the pipe, and we make sure that it gets all the way to its final destination, where it's a big recycling plant where they clean the water and they disinfect the water.
Oh, so they take it to a place where it gets clean, disinfected. That's a very good question.
Very good
Jonathan,
question.
what's your question?
Where does it go when the pipe gets fixed?
Where does the pipe go when it gets fixed? Or what happens to the pipe when it gets broken, or how they fix it?
How it gets broken?
Okay, how can a pipe get broken and how can it get fixed? That's a very good question.
Well, the pipes usually, sometimes they get broken with over time, underground. That ground pressure will crack a pipe and it becomes a void. That crack becomes bigger. And sometimes, there's trees up above on the street and there's roots that come into the pipe also. And make that break bigger. So that's when we need to go. That's why we use the camera, just to inspect to see where those problems are, and we'll fix it. Sometimes we have to dig up the pipe and replace it. Other times there's a thing that we use called a liner. It's basically a sleeve that goes through the pipe and fixes that break in there. Good question.
So they use that little camera right there by their feet to help them where it's broken and where to fix it. What's your name in the back? Yes, you. Charlie, that's right. Charlie, what's your question? Where did the pipes go underground? Like their location, I guess.
So the location of the pipes, usually they're like in the middle of the street, and they travel throughout every street will have pipes, and they travel down the streets, and then they eventually make it down to where we have pump stations where we can pump water into a bigger pipe. And like I said, it'll make it down its way down to that final destination, a bigger plant where they clean that water. But there is pipes everywhere under every street, pretty much.
Under every street. Okay. Okay, we'll take one more so you can keep going. In the back with the Padre shirt. What's your name again?
Can you take all the jewelry and stuff out?
Do you take all the jewelry and stuff out?
There is times where we find jewelry, but we throw it out because that you don't want to be touching that water that goes down into the sewer. Once it's going into the sewer, like I said, we try to keep it in the sewer because it's bad for their health and it's bad for the environment. So all that goes into the trash. So make sure you're not flushing or putting any jewelry down because you're going to lose it. You're going to lose toys. You're going to lose all that. So no toys, no jewelry, no balls, no baby wipes. None of that goes down the pipes, guys.
Because it can clog. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. We're going to
Thank
go to
you
the
very
next part and then we'll have. Okay.
Thank you very much.
bye.
Thank you very
Okay,
much,
and we're
guys.
gonna
And
do-
now I'll pass you down over to Mauricio, and he's going to show you the other side of what we do also. The next Vector truck is what we call it.
It's going to show us how they can clean the pipes. Okay. That's his job right now. Okay. Just give him a minute.
Good morning, class.
Yeah.
So again, my name is Mauricio. The second part of this presentation is the Vector truck. Hugo already did a good job covering the first part of the presentation, which is the camera truck. And like you said, we use that truck to basically do any inspections or assess the pipes, basically. If there's any issues that we need to know about, then that's how we can identify the issues. The second part of this, our job is to basically clean the pipes. And how do we do that? We do that through this big truck. So this truck is called a combination truck. We call it a combination truck because it has different purposes. One, we can clean solids from a pipe, from a sewer pipeline through that tube. It's a suction pipe. It's almost like a big vacuum. And the second part of this vehicle, it allows us to clean the sewer pipes through this hose at a high pressure volume with water. So we're able to clean solids from the sewer pipe, and then we can suck them through this tube, and we can put them in this big debris tank, which holds about 500 gallons roughly. And that's where all the sewage water and solids, all the stuff that does not belong in the sewer will go here. So the second part to this truck, it's cleaning the sewer pipes. How do we do that? Well, we do that with water, and we store that water in these bigger tanks, which holds about 1,000 gallons, which is a lot of water. There's 4 tanks, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side, and it's combined about 1,000 gallons together. The way it works, all that water goes through a pump system, and it gets pushed through this hose, and it goes through this hose inside the pipe through a skid and a nozzle. And this tool, basically the way it works in basic terms, it almost sweeps the pipe. So we send it up, we turn the water on, and it's basically just sweeping the pipe as it's traveling back. So that's the way we clean the pipe. So I'm gonna ask my amigo, my friend, to turn the water on the truck. That way you guys can see how this works. It's rotating, and if you're moving it, it's cleaning the pipe all around.
Yeah, it's moving.
And then I'm gonna
spinning.
ask my cameraman if he can come over here, and then we can kind of show this from you, and then you guys can kind of see what it looks like inside the pipe.
Look like inside the pipe when they're
Can you
cleaning.
guys see that? Okay, so we have enough hose to cover an entire football field. We got 600 feet of hose, so we can go a long range in the pipe. So that's how we clean the pipe. So if we come across solids or trash that does not belong in the pipe, that's when we use this vacuum system to suck it up. So you can fill the water now, Hugo. And if you can please turn on the vacuum, that way we can demonstrate the suction force of our vacuum system. So whenever we see, so whenever we see trash inside the pipe, well, we gotta pick it up. We don't go inside the pipe, right? So what we do, we use this tool.
They're just showing you how strong it is by using our trash can.
So at this point, do you guys have any questions for us?
Okay, any questions? Okay, Daxton, what's your question, Daxton?
I have a question. Could you answer, what do they do with the debris when they suck it up?
Oh, yeah, so a question we got from another person was, what do you do with the debris, with the trash, once you suck it up?
So we take it to a facility where they recycle all that, the water and the trash. It's a different facility than this one. But we recycle it, yeah.
All right, what's your question?
How does the robot get into the pipe?
How does the robot get into the pipes?
So what we do, we use a rope that gets attached to these bolts right here, and we lower it manually. So we use a rope, and then we hold the cable, and then we lower the camera with the rope and put it inside the pipe.
Do they have a rope and they put it down into the pipe and then it just goes? Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, another question about the water, how they clean it, the pipes, where does the water go? Sadie and then Sophie. Sadie?
Heavy can control the thing take it. How heavy is it?
How heavy is what?
The trash can, is it like?
Oh, the trash can. How heavy is that trash can from the vacuum?
Or what's the heaviest thing?
Oh, what's that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the question. What was the question?
What's the heaviest thing the vacuum
Hello?
can carry?
I lost them.
It's okay. What is the heaviest thing the vacuum can carry?
What is the heaviest thing that a vacuum can carry? Well, it can carry rocks that are really heavy, as heavy as a couple of 100 pounds, maybe 200 to 300 pounds. That's pretty heavy. It's got enough force to pick that up. Yeah. Big rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big rocks.
Big rock, okay? Sophie?
What are the things that you do?
Like those things, where is that?
No. How big?
Mhm.
How much water can go in the pipe?
Oh, how much water can go in the pipes?
How much water can go in the pipes? A lot of water can go in the pipe. It could be millions of gallons of water in the pipe. Millions, yeah. For example, we have a big pump station, and then that pump station can carry up to 4.5 million per day of water. That's a lot of water. And that's just one pump station.
That's just one place that has that much water, okay? What's your name again, sweetie? The one in the back.
Kyle.
Tyler? Okay, what's your question?
Can that vacuum carry a building?
Can the vacuum carry a building?
Can it carry a building? That's a tricky question. We haven't tried that, but maybe we will next time. And we'll let you know.
We'll try. We'll see. Thank you. Hey, Daxon, what was your question earlier?
Where does the water go after the sewer?
Ooh, that's a very good question. So where does the water go after it goes through the sewers and the pipes?
So what happens to the water after it goes through the sewer pipes? It goes to a treatment plant where we treat the water so that we can use it for irrigation. And in some areas, it's used for potable water. In our area, it's just, it gets cleaned, basically. It gets filtered, and we use it for irrigation areas, like, for grass, for trees and all that.
So remember, the water that goes through the pipes is dirty. So they take it to a place, the plant is what they call it, like a factory, a plant, and they clean it so they can use that new clean water for irrigation, meaning like they water the plants, water the trees, like the water houses we have here. That's where that water is. That's a very good question, Daxton. Okay,
Yeah,
Layton,
Any
what's
other
your
questions,
question,
Layton?
Okay, we want a real question, not a silly question. We're gonna filter that one out.
car?
Can the vacuum lift up a car?
Not something that heavy. No, it cannot lift the car.
Not that heavy. But maybe smaller than the
But if,
car.
but, if,
Okay?
but if it's a toy car, it can lift it.
In a toy car, it can take it. Not a real car, but a toy car. It can. Any questions about the machines they have with the water to clean it with, the vacuum, the little camera, or where does the water go? What can go into the pipes? What cannot go into the pipes? Anything about those things? Oh, okay. So where else does the water go once it's treated besides for irrigation? Is there anywhere else it can go?
Some of the water that we treat, it goes to the ocean, to the outfall. So some of it goes back
So some
to
of it,
you to be reused for irrigation, but some of it goes back to the ocean. Good question.
so some of it goes into the ocean. So we have to take care of that water. We put down the pipes, but we take very good care of it because it goes into the ocean. Okay, wait, how time for like I think one more question or two more. Okay, what's your question? Can the vacuum pick up a human?
Yes.
It can, yeah. If it's a small person like me, they can pick me up.
He's not a small person.
Oh yeah.
He's a big person.
I only weigh
Can
200
you ask
pounds.
them how much staff they have?
What do you mean?
How much staff they have? Is it just those two? with
Oh,
vacuum?
and then the last question. How many staff do you guys have? Is it just you two or is there anybody else that helps you guys?
No, so the field services staff, we have 9 techs, including us. So 7 more, a total of 9. And we're basically
Total
doing
nine?
nine staff, 9 operators. And we have 2 trucks that are combo like this, and then we have 2 vehicles that are like this to inspect our sewer system. So yeah,
they
there's
have
more of us.
Two of that and 9 people. 9 people do a lot of work with pipes.
Yeah.
So whenever you see them, make sure you say thank you for cleaning our
Say
pipes.
thank you.
Okay, can we say thank you?
Thank you.